And Andre, the most important thing, how much does this property cost?
Well, this property is in...
Andre, the moment of truth. How much does this property cost?
Well, they just lowered it to...
And now the moment we've been waiting for since we entered this apartment, how much does this property cost? Hello, hello, how are those travel maniacs doing? With this wonderful view of Ávila that we have in the background, I welcome you to a new video. This time touring apartments and properties in Caracas to find out what the prices are like. We know how much you all like these videos, like the one we did in Margarita and even here in Caracas in Brazil. And we decided to make a new video, this time together with Andreina, a real estate advisor whom you'll be meeting in the next few minutes. And we're going to be touring different properties here in Caracas to find out how much they cost and whether it's worth investing or not. We're here with Andreina, a real estate advisor from Townhouse. Andreina, how long have you been doing this? Selling or advising people with properties?
Well, right now. In October, I completed 6 years within the organization.
And how do you see the real estate market right now? In 2024, in these 6 years, when do you think was the best and the worst year for property sales?
Fortunately, every year has gone well for me. In 2022, there was a lot of activity, and 2023 and 2024 have remained steady. Thank God I always have sales, always.
That's important. And where are we right now? This is the first property we're going to visit, but I want you to tell us exactly the address and all the features of this apartment.
Okay, we are in the El Ávila neighborhood, which is a neighborhood next to Country Club, Alto, Florida, and Chapain.
Okay, well, can you give us a little tour of the apartment?
Well, over here we have a small kitchen, okay? Why is the kitchen so small? Because initially this building was going to function as an apart hotel, so that's why you see the kitchen is so small. This is a bachelor apartment that has 2 terraces. It has this main terrace that's in the social area. Let's look at it over here so you can see the view.
The terrace is wonderful. I already saw the grill on the other side. Take a look.
What I was telling you, that it's a neighbor of Chapelin, because from here you can see the view of Chapelin, but also a stunning view of Caracas, the towers of Parque Central, the Caracas Valley, and the city. And over here you have the barbecue bar area.
Look, over here there's a barbecue area that's pretty interesting, and the whole terrace is super nice and very spacious. Even though Andreina says this is a bachelor apartment, I think Valder and I could live here without any problem. It's spacious with a terrace for Niñitas plants. Marble floor. And now we're going to see the only room it has.
Yes, that's right. Over here you have the linen closet room, which is quite spacious. And it has only 1 bathroom, but it's very large. Here you can see. Manuel, if you want, go ahead so they can see it. Go ahead.
The bathroom is bigger than the one in our house. And look over here, it has something that could have been like a serpentarium or something to put reptiles in, or who knows. Please don't keep exotic animals in your homes.
Well, over here you already have what would be the bedroom, which is very big, very, very, very big. Look, you have the bed, you have some furniture, it's huge. And the nicest thing is obviously the terrace area, which has a view of Ávila.
Look. Another terrace outside the main bedroom, and not just any terrace over here. Well, little plants, but it also has a jacuzzi. Imagine yourselves here, soaking in this jacuzzi, but with this wonderful view. Over here, Andreina was telling us, in the background, you can see the golf courses of the country club and, of course, the whole Ávila from the exit of Cota Mill in La Florida. Right. The apartment is 5 minutes away and I think it's spectacular. And Andre, most importantly, how much does this property cost?
Well, this property is listed at $69,000 and it's negotiable.
Well, there you have it. This is the most affordable one we're going to visit today, but we'll be touring different areas of the city. So you can see what the prices are like. And of course, I'll leave Andreina's Instagram. And I don't know if we can put your phone number in the video description. And you can contact her if you're looking. Not just to buy, but also to rent, right?
Yes, we have not only apartments, but also houses, offices, warehouses, and more. We have many properties.
You already know. Now, we came to a neighborhood that's right next to the Casamo shopping center, and it's made up of many townhouses. We're going to visit one that has 4 floors. This is one of the most luxurious properties we're going to see today. And come with me, because as soon as I peeked in, I said, wow. But I decided not to visit all the spaces in the house so I could be surprised for the first time along with you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Well, what do you think of this magnificent property?
Amazing. Tell me, Andre, the details of this place.
Well, look, the first thing is that it has 595 square meters. It's huge. Let's start over here in the kitchen area. It's a kitchen that was recently remodeled. It was just a few months ago that it was renovated. It's fully equipped with top quality appliances. Look at this kitchen, for example.
Gas stoves are beautiful. I'm a huge fan, as I feel cooking with fire is better than electric.
That's what they say. But anyway, come with me over here. One of the things I like most about this townhouse is this double height ceiling you have here. Look, the large space gives you a sense of openness. It makes you feel like you have a lot of room here to move around, to play.
You were telling me that these townhouses are 4 stories, right?
Yes, that's right. They have 4 stories.
Or 4 levels.
Right now, for example, we're kind of in the indoor social area. Because look, if you have a guest, just imagine welcoming them here with this view.
What a wonderful view of Ávila. Well, and here you can also see a little pool from the complex, and we're going to visit it in a bit.
However, it's part of the complex. But this townhouse has direct access. It's like this townhouse has the most direct access to the pool, and it's the biggest one in the complex. Okay, yes, look at the spaces. I mean, it's a 12-seat dining room. Look at all of this here, how spacious it is.
Couch, television outside, so you can come watch the soccer games here.
Yes, so besides, well, this is like a family area. Now let's go to this part, which is more for friends and parties. Or maybe if you have a slightly larger number of guests, you can use this area.
I'm seeing not just 1, but 2 grills.
Yes.
2 grills.
Yes, that's right. One is like a pizza oven, and here you have the grill.
Right, and this one here?
Oh, well, this one too. It's available if you want, just in case.
Look, a pizza oven, a charcoal grill, and I imagine this one could be gas. And of course, a huge garden, furniture, palm trees.
And access to the pool. Let's take a look over here.
Does it have a generator too? Yes.
It's only for this townhouse. For the exclusive use of this townhouse.
There's a little door over here and you get straight to the pool. This is the second pool of
this complex. But this one is obviously more directly connected to the house. It has a better view. I don't know, I think this one is prettier.
No, the view of La Ávila is actually spectacular.
It even has a slide. What do you think?
It's beautiful, it's beautiful.
Besides, this area is also growing a lot commercially. Yes, they're opening a lot of restaurants, supermarkets. There's a shopping mall.
There's a Farmatodo 3 minutes away. Additionally, they're building a supermarket next to the Farmatodo.
You have a shopping mall next door and another one nearby. The green area now has everything it needs.
A question, Andre, usually do the people who buy apartments from you ask if they are good opportunities for renting? Or is what sells the most just for people to move in themselves?
No, both. What happens is that, for example, a property like this is mostly sought after by families, a big family. But suddenly, if they are smaller apartments, yes. Some people look for them as an investment to rent out later, whether for long-term or temporary rentals.
Because we are getting into Stay, which is a short-term rental platform. We've seen them, not the ones from today, but just scrolling through Instagram. Opportunities for apartments that are at a very good price in quite busy areas or even near metro stations. That are at a very good price and people could, well, rent them. If you who are watching the video have some money sitting in the bank, what it does is depreciate. Yes, that money keeps losing its purchasing power more and more. You could buy a property and then put it on Stay to generate a little extra money.
I think it's excellent because people often write to me asking, hey, do you have an apartment for a month? Or, hey, I'm going to Caracas for a week. Can you rent me an apartment? Our real estate agency doesn't work with that type of rentals, but I think it's necessary in Venezuela.
Yes, of course.
100%.
There you have the solution. If you're one of those who have an apartment and want to rent it out for short periods, you can go to Stay and check it out. And well, on the other hand, if you want to rent it out long term, you can write to Andreina so she can find you a tenant.
Okay, Manuel, now I'd like you to see this area, which is a family room, a television area. And what's interesting here is that you have a guest bedroom. It's completely isolated from the rest of the property or from where the family bedrooms would be. You have it over here and it has its own bathroom, and also look at the size, look how big it is. For a guest, I think it's pretty good.
If this is the guest room, I can't imagine the master bedroom. How many rooms does this townhouse have in total, Andre?
Here you have 5 rooms. There would be the main one, 3 secondary ones, this one which would be the guest room plus a service room with a bathroom.
Okay, and is that service room also here in the townhouse?
No, it's in a separate annex. Let's go outside so you can see.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yes, over here in this area you have what would be the laundry area over here. And over here you have the parking area with capacity for 4 vehicles. And over there where you see the fire extinguisher, that door is the service area. It's an annex that has a service area and the owners used it. The area is large enough to accommodate an office with a bathroom.
Okay, I mean you could even fit up to 2 rooms in that annex.
You could make an apartment there since it's about 70 meters, which is quite large.
Okay. Well, can we see one of the main rooms?
Yes, of course. Let's go so you can see it.
This would be like the 3rd floor or the 3rd level of this townhouse because it's directly the room. I mean, there's not really any more space. Besides the entrance to the room, which we're about to see.
This is one of the rooms. Initially, this was the main bedroom, but because of a surprise element, they moved it upstairs, which I'm going to show you right now.
I like how it leaves everyone watching the video intrigued.
No, look at these details that give you hints that this was the main bedroom. Notice that it has something like a jacuzzi built into the room, and outside you have the dressing area. The layout was obviously the main bedroom.
We leave that room and now we're going to the 4th level of this townhouse where the other rooms are.
I'm going to start opening over here.
Is this like an office?
Yes, right now they have it as an office, but it's actually the bedroom. Okay, these 2 rooms share this bathroom.
Here's another room. And now?
Oh, well, another important detail. If you go on a trip, you can lock here. Look, it's a security gate. You close off this area and you basically have the whole lower part free. And you leave this one secured.
Like to give access for cleaning or to friends, family members?
They can clean the rest of the areas for you, but this remains protected. Now, if this would be the master bedroom, which has a different layout, we start here with the walk-in closet and bathroom area.
Wow, the bathroom is huge. It looks like they're still living here.
Yes, it's occupied. It's occupied. Here you have the bed area, the television, which is also big. Notice that everything here is like on a giant scale.
Yes, it's king. Everything is king size.
And I was telling you about the surprise element because look at this view.
No, without a doubt, I'd trade the jacuzzi for the view. Wow.
Yes, here you have the view of Ávila, the pool, and lots of greenery.
How beautiful. Also, look, just imagine waking up, putting down your yoga mats, meditating, and with a fabulous view of Ávila. Despite it getting slightly cloudy, Andre, this is the moment of truth. How much does this property cost?
Well, they just lowered it to $465,000, and it's still negotiable.
Okay, how much was it before?
Look, we started at 525. Now we're at 465, and it's still negotiable. He's open to receiving offers. And, well, obviously you saw that there are quite a few important pieces of furniture. Depending on the offer, some of the furniture may stay or may not.
Okay, there you have it. What's the next stop?
Alto Atillo. Since we're close, let's go to Alto Atillo.
Wow. We've arrived at the third property, and honestly, this apartment is truly luxurious.
That's right.
Tell us, Andres, where is it located?
Well, we are in Alto Atillo, and we are in a modern building and an apartment that does justice to the building.
Absolutely. I mean, just look at this beauty. Before we keep talking, you have to see the dining room and the living room, which are impressive. At first glance, one thing that has surprised me most is this lamp that's above the dining table, which is beautiful. And they also have a fireplace in the living room, but a real fireplace, because there are some that are like digital. No, that's real fire.
You can feel the heat.
It's wonderful, and also all the decoration in the room is in harmony. No, I don't think it's incredible. 20 points to whoever decorated this apartment.
To the owner?
To the owner, 20 points.
Yes, really. They put a lot of effort into the decoration and the color combination. And besides, the most important thing is that everything they did is high quality. It's not like they just put things there to cover things up a little. No, here everything is high quality. Marble floor. Well, I want you to see the kitchen so you can see the quality of the appliances and the finishes. Well, look, here you have a spacious kitchen, and it's also fully equipped. Look at the size of the appliances, such as the refrigerator in this case.
The refrigerator is so wide that even with my arms fully stretched out, I can't match its width. Look, my microphone got stuck to the refrigerator, the width of both my arms, the refrigerator doors. This is my dream. I mean, my dream is to have a big refrigerator, I don't know, more than a living room, more than a couch or anything like that. A large refrigerator is what fulfills me in a house. That it has. Well, full of delicious food.
Gatherings always end up in the kitchen for some reason, but that's just how it is.
It's true.
Everything is in perfect condition, even though this is an apartment that's lived in, not brand new like in some cases. Everything is in perfect condition. They paid attention to every detail, such as in the laundry area.
Look,
How beautiful.
Over here, well, you have a service room. It's actually quite interesting, to be honest, because look at the bed. The bed is foldable. This is a bed. I don't know how to pull it out, but I do know it's a bed. And over here you have a bathroom.
And there's the service bathroom. Oh, sorry.
That's important because most people always do. Or for many families, having a maid's room is important. There are people who buy apartments, remodel them, and remove the maid's room. My advice is don't do it because in my experience, people are always looking for that room.
Andrea, I wanted to ask you a few questions about this advice. Which is the most sought after area in Caracas, or which area has the most apartment sales?
The most popular areas for apartments are Las Mercedes, El Rosal, Campo Alegre, Altamira, and Los Palos Grandes.
And are these areas also the most expensive in the city?
Yes.
They are the most expensive areas, and as I told you, when it comes to apartments, these are the areas people look for the most. Because of what we talked about earlier regarding investment, and they look both to buy and to rent. Most people always want to rent in that area because it's the most central area. It's where most of the offices, businesses, and companies are located. It's like the financial centers of the city are located there, and that's why people look for them. Now, if we're talking about houses, the most sought after areas for family homes are Prados del Este, Alto Prado, El Cafetal, and Cumbre de Curumo. Those are the main areas people look for houses.
But just now you were telling me something very interesting. And it's that not necessarily these areas which were the most expensive were the most modern.
Right, what's going on? The Atillo area has the most modern properties, okay?
The newest ones then.
Yes, it's a very modern area. Right now, we're going to take a shot from the window so you can see how, everything you see around is very modern. The good thing about this area is that here you can find properties that are much more affordable. If you put this building and this apartment in another area, like for example Altamira, the price would triple. So here many couples or young families invest in this area because you're going to live in a modern building and a very nice apartment at a much better price.
Of course, that's it. Well, you have to go up the hill to Los Naranjos. And it's 15 or 20 minutes from downtown Las Mercedes.
Or from El Rosal or other highly sought after areas in the city. Let's continue viewing the apartment.
Let's continue and take a look at the view. Do you have a view of El Ávila? And look at what I'm telling you. Everywhere you look is modern.
Okay, these buildings are pretty new, the ones that are right here.
The complex includes a small playground for children, but they're all similar. I don't know, they must barely have, at most 15 years, of course. And over here, you have the bedroom area. You have this door that separates the social area from the private area, and I love it. Here on your right, you have the master bedroom, which is absolutely beautiful. Everything in this apartment is stunning. There's a small closet here.
How beautiful. The bed appears fully made, complete with pillows and cushions, as if it's from a magazine photo, right?
The whole apartment, I feel like it's straight out of a magazine. And over here, you have more storage space and a small walk-in closet.
No. And above all, considering that people live here, even the walk-in closet is super organized, everything is neat. Look at the bathroom products with the permission of the apartment owners. How is everything? Super, super organized, just like it should be. That's true. That's why I tell you to get organized. And over here, well, the shower, which
is also super spacious.
Yes, and also all the products are super organized. Look, even the air conditioners are super beautiful. And now, the moment we've been waiting for the most since we entered this apartment. How much does this property cost?
Before I tell you the price, I think it's important to mention that the owner of this apartment is an architect. As you can see, it's perfectly decorated. The price is $285,000. However, there is the possibility of buying it furnished. All the furniture is designer, verifiable with an invoice. So, if there's someone who's interested in the apartment just as it is, the price of the furniture is an additional cost. Without the furniture, but with everything in the kitchen equipped, $285.
Okay, so we're not going to give the specific price because it depends. I just want the television stand, not the dining set, bedroom sets, or anything else. And then you guys will negotiate with Andreina and the owner. But honestly, it's amazing because, like Valerie said, you're not just paying for the designer furniture, which is really expensive, but you're also paying for the work of the apartment owner who's an architect. And honestly, if you buy it furnished, you don't have to do absolutely anything. I mean, just change the owner's picture frames and put yours because it's spectacular. Without meaning to belittle the ones we visited, which have all been very beautiful. This is the most beautiful apartment we visited today. I don't know if it'll be the most beautiful by the end of this video because there are still a few left to see, but honestly, it's amazing.
Yes, absolutely. So, well, it's available.
And now, where are we going, Andrea?
Now we're leaving to Santa Rosa de Lima because I would like you to see what an apartment is like before all of this.
Okay, let's do it then.
Well, guys,
We've arrived at the last property of the day, and I think it's the best opportunity out of all the apartments we visited today.
Valeria is upset back there behind the camera because she wants us to buy it. Honey, should we buy this apartment?
Yes, it's in my dream area. It has a balcony.
Yes, well, we're going to show it to you soon. And we hope it doesn't get sold so we can buy it ourselves.
Well, night has fallen on us. But aside from all the potential the apartment has, it's a building that's very well maintained. It's in an excellent area because I would like, if possible, for you to see over there, which is very close by. From Las Mercedes, yes, super.
Close by. We are in Santa Rosa de Lima.
We are in Santa Rosa de Lima, just 5 minutes from Las Mercedes. And the building we're in has a pool, gym, party room, playground, sports court, and visitor parking spaces. This apartment has 4 visitor parking spaces and a driver's room.
Did you tell me it was about 300 square meters?
Yes, that's right. Let's take the tour. But the kitchen is very big, really big, and the view is wonderful.
No doubt we have to remodel a few things.
You can tell that the apartment Bueno had some old furniture and they decided to leave it like that. But look, the kitchen is super spacious and you have a view of Ávila at all times.
It's livable. It's not modern, but it's livable. But if I bought it, I would make everything new because the area allows you to do that.
Of course. An apartment that's going to increase in value.
Correct. Yes, 100%. You have a maid's room with a bathroom over there. It's not very nice, but it's there. Over here, you have what would be the reception area, okay? You have a pretty spacious reception area, and over here, you have the dining area that connects to the kitchen. This terrace is spacious. Well, you have a beautiful view wherever you go, because here you also have the view of Santa Rosa and Las Mesetas. Something that is very important to me is having an office area. I sometimes work from home, and for me this is very important. Depending on each family's preferences, it could also be a family room.
Exactly.
But I would leave it as an office.
Now let's take a look at some of the rooms.
Well, before we look at the rooms, it also has something really cool, which is a private elevator.
Look.
The elevator goes straight to the apartment.
Correct. And over here you have a guest bathroom, but it doesn't have any light.
It doesn't have any light?
Yes, but it's important that you have a guest bathroom. And they have, like I always tell you, this door that separates the social area from the private area.
From the bedrooms?
Let's take a look here.
Here we go. Here, one of the bedrooms.
Yes, over here we have 3 bedrooms. And the coolest thing about this is that each bedroom has its own bathroom. None of the family members will have to share their bathroom. Not even with guests?
Yes, well, as I was mentioning, depending on people's tastes, some or many renovations need to be done. Before going upstairs, we looked at the social areas. The building is very nice and well maintained. And the apartment also has a lot of potential. Due to its location and all related factors,
The space it has.
And this here is like this closet with that secret door that led to the bathroom.
wow, this would be like the master bedroom.
No, this is a secondary one.
Ah, this is a secondary one?
This is a secondary one, not the main one.
Look, here it is. The bathroom from the second auxiliary room. And now we're going to visit.
Do you have two types of lingerie? And this is the main bedroom. It has a very spacious bathroom.
The bathroom is huge but needs remodeling. Oh well, don't you like living in the 20s?
It has a walk-in closet, which is crucial for women.
We're not going to publish this. Spokesperson that we're going to share.
It comes with a television.
Look at this television. No, it's not worth it. Okay, fine, honey, you convinced me. All right. Now, yes, look, Toshiba, I mean, it's a television, but one of those old bulky ones, like, wow.
Look, this building for its time was a luxury building, okay? And actually, well, judging by the television, whoever had a television in their home, it gave you certain signals. But the most beautiful thing, really, is how it has been preserved over time. All the areas are truly impeccable. And you can change an apartment, but a building...
You can't change it. That's one of the most important recommendations. That's not only what Andreina recommends to us, but also what the advisor we made a real estate video with in Margarita told us. And that's because the building is very, very important, because you can remodel your apartment. But if everyone on the condominium board doesn't agree to improve the building, and there are a lot of people behind on payments and it's in bad condition, well, that not only lowers the value of your apartment, but if you decide to keep the apartment to rent it out, obviously a potential tenant won't want to stay in that place, whether it's for a short-term or long-term rental. That's why this building is beautiful. I mean, at this time, mecos, parrots, guacharacas, and countless other birds arrive here. We're creating short videos before heading up. It's very pleasant.
Nice, really. I truly recommend it to you. This really is an investment opportunity.
It's just that it won't be available anymore.
It's just that it won't be available anymore, according to Ninita. How much does this investment opportunity cost? Valeria is grinning at me over there as if to say no,
I don't want.
as if to hide the cost from us. But what's the priest's, even if they beat him as a child? That's how the saying goes, right?
I don't know. What belongs to the priest goes to the church.
Was I bothering you? If what belongs to the priest goes to the church? So if it's for us, it won't be sold until we can come up with the rest of the money we need.
The property hasn't sold yet. I'll share the price and reasons it's still available, so you can determine if it's feasible for you to purchase it. The price of this property is $165,000, negotiable, but the payment must be made exclusively by bank transfer. The property hasn't been sold because the owners reside abroad.
You already know, $165,000 in a single transfer. In the United States, I imagine?
Yes, in the United States. You can receive a small part in cash, not much, for attractive expenses, document updates, etc. But if they require the payment by transfer?
There you have it. My friends, don't buy it. Buy the previous ones we showed and leave this one to us. Until we collect the 164,000 we're missing, so subscribe. We have 1,000. Subscribe. We started this video with a wonderful view of La Villa, and we're going to close it from another area of Caracas, but with another wonderful view of La Villa. I want to thank Ninita, who really stepped up today to be the official camera woman for this video. Because we were also in a rush, and Valeria said, no, I'll record, you guys focus. We moved quickly by talking and showing the properties. Thank you, Andreina, for always being on time. You already know that we leave the Instagram on the screen and the phone number in the video description. In case you're interested, and let us know in the comments, first if you want to see a part 2, and second, throughout this whole tour. I thought, why don't we make a video about what the life of a real estate agent is like? Andreina told me that there were more than 1,500 in Rent-A-House.
Yes, there are currently more than 1,500 of us. But it would be really interesting for us to spend a work day, not a day just looking at properties, but a day doing everything a real estate agent does. In Caracas or anywhere in the world, I don't know how it would be.
And also to know how much you earn, what are the main tasks. Because we've had the opportunity to talk with many real estate agents, and we feel that some, like Andreina, take the job really seriously, but others do it more like a hobby. So what is the scope of that job here in Venezuela? And is it a good alternative for some of those watching this video? But you have to let us know here in the comments.
To watch the video about being a real estate advisor and earnings, let me know.
And then, after 120,000 views on this video, we'll see you in the next one.
All right, let's go for it.
Remember to subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you in a few days with a new one.